In a certain place, there were two very good friends. One of them, a gentleman, became quite destitute due to a business failure. Despite his desire to recover his original wealth, he lacked the funds to engage in business again. So he went everywhere seeking ways to borrow money, but no one was willing to lend to someone in such dire straits. "I'm truly at a loss," the gentleman murmured, feeling saddened. He didn't want to trouble his closest friend, but he couldn't find a second person who could help him. Typically, when seeking help, one would approach their closest friend first. However, in his case, seeking help from his best friend at the last moment demonstrated true friendship. At this point, he had no choice but to visit his best friend's house. "Could you lend me $600? He asked. His best friend immediately responded, "Dear friend, take it and use it. Pay me back when you've earned the money." However, after receiving the money, the destitute man had a wicked thought. "If I take this money and sail abroad, I won't have to repay it." This was likely a momentary impulse. With this idea in mind, he hurriedly ran to the port, perhaps too hastily to escape, and suddenly realized his money pouch was missing. Frantically, he retraced his steps but couldn't find the pouch. Unbeknownst to him, the pouch had been found by his best friend's servant. The servant showed the pouch to his master, who found it strange but decided to keep the money in the treasury. Now, looking at the destitute man, he was once again penniless. Realizing he shouldn't have entertained such wicked thoughts, yet unable to borrow money elsewhere, he felt perplexed and disheartened. He reluctantly approached his best friend again, this time with a fabricated story. "I'm sorry. Can you lend me $300? I want to increase my inventory," he pleaded. "Is that so? Well, take it and use it again," said the best friend, pretending as if nothing had happened. After receiving the money, the destitute man again entertained wicked thoughts and tried to escape on a small boat. However, in his haste, he checked to ensure his money pouch was still on him. When the small boat approached the larger ship, everyone hurriedly tried to board. Feeling relieved at the sight of the large ship, he relaxed a bit. Unfortunately, in that moment of laxity, his money pouch fell into the sea. A large fish swimming by heard the splash and promptly swallowed the pouch. One day, the friend's servant went fishing by the sea, and by chance caught the fish with the pouch containing $300. During meal preparation, the servant discovered the pouch inside the fish and showed it to his master. "This is strange. This pouch and $300 are indeed the money I lent to my friend. Why did he lose it?" The master, feeling perplexed, placed the money back in the treasury. The destitute man, having lost money twice in such a manner, found himself unable to go anywhere. After these two lessons, he no longer dared to commit wrongdoing. He believed that his wicked thoughts had brought punishment from above. Reflecting on the generosity of his friend who had lent him money, he resolved to borrow money one more time. "I'm truly sorry. Can you lend me $400 this time?" he asked. "Of course," responded the best friend, lending him money once again and saying, "You initially borrowed $600, then another $300, and now an additional $400, totaling up to $1,300. If you don't make a profit, repaying the principal alone won't be an easy task," the friend reminded him. "Understood. I'll make sure to use this money wisely for my business," assured the once destitute man. From that point on, he dared not entertain any wicked thoughts and focused diligently on his business. With single-minded dedication, any business endeavor can flourish. Gradually, he earned more money, and the more he earned, the more interested he became in conducting business. After a few years, he became a wealthy individual, capable of repaying the $1,300 he had borrowed from his friend. One day, he decided to go to his friend's house to repay the money. "I truly appreciate you lending me the money for such a long time. Here is the $1,300 I borrowed from you. Please accept it," he said, presenting the money to his good friend. "No, wait a moment." The friend didn't immediately take the money. He said, "Before that, I want to ask you something." "What is it?" When you initially borrowed $600, did you have any wicked thoughts? No, not really, the man nervously replied. I understand some things and have heard some rumors. It's okay to tell me. I won't be surprised or angry. In that case, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't completely honest from the start, the man confessed. He proceeded to tell his friend about the wicked thoughts he had during the first two borrowings and how he felt remorseful in the end. Is that so? I understand. Everyone can lose their way, but as long as they return to the right path, it's like being reborn. Take this money. Only $400 is mine. The remaining $900 is yours. The man was surprised and puzzled, asking, Why is it my money? The friend then recounted the story of the servant finding the money. I initially didn't want to ask you. However, the circumstances surrounding each discovery of the money were peculiar, prompting me to inquire. Congratulations on finding the right path after 2 instances of going astray. Thank you. Thank you. The 2 good friends embraced each other with joy and excitement. They held each other's hands, both wearing genuine smiles of understanding,